This is DW News Live from Berlin. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle marry in Windsor as millions around the world tune in. The couple tie the knot at St George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. A host of stars among the 600 guests, while tens of thousands line the streets outside. We'll bring you all the royal wedding highlights. I'm Helena Humphrey, glad you could join me. Britain's Prince Harry has married US actress Meghan Markle in a royal wedding watched by millions around the world. The bride and groom said "I will" in front of a star-studded crowd in a chapel at Windsor Castle, and there were a few surprises in store for the guests as the couple, now known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, put their own touches to the ceremony. Live to Windsor, where Birgit Maas and Georg Matters join us, bathed in glorious sunshine there. Birgit, I'd like to start with you. What were your impressions of the ceremony?
Well, my main impression was that it was really filled with love, the whole ceremony and the church. The many moments when Prince Harry seemed touched, he was quite nervous, and he was always looking at his bride to be at this point, and you could feel the tension that he was under, and he was really always trying to get some reassurance from the bride, who was beaming and so happy. So that was really very beautiful to see. Then also, I think the contrast between those two worlds, between the world of Meghan Markle, the American actor with her specific background, who really brought her own touch to this, with a sermon which was so passionate and unusual. I mean, it was very lively, and I think many of the royals that were sitting there, at least from what we can see from their faces, didn't really expect that this was going to happen, and didn't really know what was going to hit them. So that was quite interesting to see this clash of cultures, really.
Something new for them. Georg, we understand that you were out among the crowd. Tell us about the pomp out there and the atmosphere.
Of course, you had the bands marching there. I was standing right in front of Windsor Castle with a great view of the audience waiting there. They were living every moment of that ceremony, singing along, cheering, of course, for those key moments, the "I will" moments. And then, standing in front of the castle, I could talk to those lucky ones who got into the grounds of the castle, saw that special kiss you've just seen in the report. And I talked to some of them, a lot of charity workers among them. Let's have a listen.
I think everyone was excited. Everyone was shouting, cheering on, and when they were exchanging the vows, everyone was just happy, and it's just an exciting day for everyone.
Really good, yeah, real pleasure to be in there. Yeah, it was very exciting. I love Meghan's dress as well. Yeah, really good.
Fantastic. I have no any words. Like, my words just finished. Like, it's amazing.
I was very lucky because I was inside the horseshoe cloisters, so right opposite the steps where they went to the chapel and came out, and there was a wonderful display of flowers and military excellence and beautiful uniforms and everything that the British are very good at.
I think there will be changes, especially the diversity. Maybe the diversity will be more highlighted by Meghan Markle being from ethnic minority, so hopefully that will give more highlight into the diversity.
Well, both of you have lived a moment in history. Georg, was there a moment which stood out for you personally?
Well, without doubt, that was the moment when I first saw the newlywed couple. They were starting their procession through the town of Windsor in a horse carriage. And for that very short moment, Prince Harry and myself established eye contact. I had the impression, at least. So that was special. But overall, I have to say, it was the entire experience. Birgit and me have covered a number of events now here in the UK. Many of those Brexit-related, bad news-related, difficult times, forming governments, so a lot of crisis reporting. And so finally being here, having a positive atmosphere, people from all over the world, that was very special indeed.
Well, I'm sure Harry will say he will remember that moment for years to come as well, Georg. Now, finally, Birgit, over to you. I mean, at the end of the day, this is just a young couple in love who have got married. But is there something special about Harry and Meghan?
Well, it's really difficult. Where do you start? I mean, first of all, the contrast between the two that was, clearly visible in the service, but then also something that they share. They really are very politically engaged. They're, I would say, especially for the royals, quite a progressive couple. They both heavily involved in charities. Meghan is somebody who's always spoken out on equality issues, on social justice issues. So this is something that Harry obviously was attracted to, and now it'll be interesting to see how this couple together is going to change the royal family or not.
Absolutely. Birgit Maas and Georg Matters in Windsor for us. Thank you very much. Turning to other news now, and Cuba has begun 2 days of mourning for the victims of Friday's plane crash. More than 100 passengers and crew died in the disaster, but authorities say 3 women were pulled alive from the wreckage. Now, the Cubana plane came down near Havana shortly after takeoff. It's Cuba's worst aviation accident in 3 decades. Well, we're going to leave you now with some of the images of a remarkable day, the wedding of Britain's Prince Harry and American actress Meghan Markle, now known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Congratulations to them, and I'll see you soon.